Today we're going to be looking at multiplying and looking at the different ways to do so. One way would be the traditional. Seem to have been around forever. Then we have three newer ways here. There's lattice. There's partial product. Which I'm going to put area method here, because that's a way to organize the partial product. And I'm going to come back up to traditional, and it's one that I'll call a modified traditional. So what I'll do is I'll walk you through a few examples of each doing the same problem, try to divide it up for us, and kind of let you pick the one that works best for you. Alright, so the problem we're looking at first is 64 times 7. I went ahead and already set up the problem and the various methods that we're going to be looking at. This first method here we have is traditional. You take your 7 times your 4, which is 28. You put your 1s under the line. You carry your 10s over. So now we look at what is 7 times 6. 7 times 6 is 42, but we have this 2 up here. So you must add that 2 with the 42, which is 44. Alright, let's move over to lattice. Lattice, same problem. We have 64 times 7. The way this works is 7 times 4 we write here. The top part of the diagonal is for the tens place, which would be the 20. And we know that 4 times 7 is 28. And the ones place would be the 8. We come over what is 7 times 6. The tens place is the 4. The ones place is the 2. Then you just simply go through, add the diagonals. 8 is 8, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus nothing else is 4. So again, you just read your answer from left to right, and you get 448. Now, this third method, very similar kind of to the partial product, or this is partial product, it's similar to lattice, and I split up the number here. Okay, this is 60 plus 4 would give us 64. Think of expanded notation. So now we are going to take 7 60s, which would be 420. Extended math fact, 7 times 6 is 42, and then we add our 0. And then we look over here at 7 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28. Whoops, a little typo there. Let me go back. 420 plus 28 equals 448. I really like the organization of this method, but you do have to go through and add them up at the end. So some people kind of view that as a downfall. We could adjust the way we set up our problem to assist us with that adding. Now this last method here, I referred to it kind of as the modified traditional, and what I mean by that is I put these little lines here, okay? These little lines here, because sometimes it gets pretty chaotic up above our problem here, up in this general area. So to avoid that, it's actually a trick that I learned from a mathemagician. That's right, a mathemagician. It's this man who performs this whole math skit that's so impressive you almost think it's magic. Alright, so I'm going to use one of those ideas. Or 448. So again, modified. If you don't like that, or that's a little bit confusing, we do have the normal traditional. With all of these problems, what you're looking at is it's all about organization. Everybody can multiply a one-digit by one-digit number and we can add a few single-digit numbers together. That's all multiplication is. The actual battle or the difficulty is keeping everything organized in a way that we can get our right answer. Let's look at another problem. All right, for our next problem, we're going to look at how to multiply 39 times 8. Again, I set it up. We have traditional, so let's go ahead and start with that one. We have 8 times 9 is 72. Put our 2 here, carry our 7 over. Next, we do 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. Then we need to add that 7 to the 24 that we have, which is 31. Come over here to lattice. Reminder, we go 8 times 9. Our tens place goes in the top half, our ones goes in the bottom half. Then we do 3 times 8 is 24. We add on the diagonal, so it's 2. 4 plus 7 is 11. So we put the 1, we carry the 1 over just as we normally would. 3 plus that 1 that we carried, or 2 plus that 1 that we carried over is a 3. Our answer again is 312. Now one difference to the last problem, I actually stacked it differently so we'd be able to add rather than having to rewrite our problem. So you do 8 times 30 is 240. Then you do 8 times 9 is 72. If you write it neatly enough, it's already stacked for us. We can add 1, carry the 1, and we get 312. So there's our 3 main ones. I think I'm going to hold off on that modified traditional. I'm not looking to confuse anybody with these videos. They're actually to help you better understand how to multiply. These are the 3 least confusing methods. The modified traditional is something that we can look at a later date.